Hello to everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video, I show you how to paint wood. We are being a bit artistic and creative. In the last episode we sculpted the wood, now it's time to paint it. Outside it's becoming dark and cold, so I start to work in my basement. This is a heavy piece of wood. Now let's start painting, and here are some of the tools you are going to need. A sponge, a small brush, a small paintbrush, a bigger paintbrush, a roller, and a plastic container, like the one you see here. If you don't have one, that's fine, you can use whatever container you want. And now let's start painting. As you can see here, I'm giving color only to the little crevices that form the wood pattern. The idea is to make them very dark so that when I'm coloring the whole log, a beautiful contrast is created between the dark wood pattern and the smoother parts of the wood. With the sponge, I'm removing the excess color, and once the paint has dried, I'll start using sandpaper to make the surface clearer. I'm not very happy with how it turned out. There is not enough contrast and the sculpted parts are not dark enough. That's because the crevices where the color was applied take a long time to dry. And when I sanded it, the dust absorbed the color and made the wood look dirty. But no worries, I started on a side that is not going to be visible. So this mess is not going to be seen by anyone. Well, anyone apart all the people who are going to see this video. I decided to paint two sides of the log and leave it all night to dry, and the other one I'll paint it tomorrow. One side is not going to be visible, so there is no power. One side is not going to be visible, so there is no point in painting it. Here, I'm filling all the wood pattern with as much color it can take. This process is so relaxing. To me it's like doing meditation. With the brush brimming with color, I gently touch the wood and let the color flow from the paintbrush. I give the wood as much color as he wants. When he has enough color, the flow from the brush stops and I move to the next section. This type of work is creative and incredibly relaxing. I'm not rationally deciding where to put the color and how much. It's more like I let myself guided by the wood. I feel what he wants and I just listen to it and obey his desire. When I do this type of work, I give it 100% of my concentration. I don't talk, I don't listen to music, don't look at the phone, I do just one thing. After a while, I enter a state of flow, I lose the sense of time and enter a state of uninterrupted concentration that can last hours. When I reach such a place, nothing other than the task at hand bothers me, not even other thoughts. Somehow, when I finish doing this work, I feel incredibly calm, a sense of warmth and well-being surrounds me. I feel lighter, and all the worries of our busy world vanish. constantly bombarded by sensory stimulation. And all the time we have to manage many things at once. We are continuously stressed, constantly moving, running surrounded by noise and incessant need to always keep busy. Our society seems to have lost the value of silence, of doing one thing at a time, of breathing deeply and enjoying the moment for what it is. We are lulled into a state of misery and self-pity because we don't have the things to be happy. Money is needed to buy things and reach happiness. If we have money to keep being happy, we constantly have to buy the next thing, because happiness is buying. If we don't have the money, then we are educated since childhood to feel miserable, poor and undervalued. And the solution? We are all indoctrinated to recognize subconsciously to make money, buy things, have status, because that is how one is happy. Or at least that is what we are constantly told. We hear so much this message that we end up believing it. But all things external are of short-lived happiness. We are consumers. We identify our value by the amount of things we can buy. But external things can only provide a short-lived sense of fulfillment. If there is something good about religions, is that they realize that happiness can be achieved externally. Happiness is already in ourselves, but we have to learn how to get to it. We have to learn how to appreciate the moment. Now is the only time we exist. The past is gone. The future doesn't exist yet. Who knows if we are going to be here tomorrow? So the only thing we have any sort of control is this moment. Be here. Enjoy every little thing you can. Be present in this moment and make an effort to do so. Before I started to practice meditation, I had no idea how much of the day I was absent. The past constantly bringing memories, re-edited and improved solutions to past events, and the future always there, lost in it, in its empty promises, desires and wishes. It is so easy to get lost in them. They provide an immediate escape from reality which most of the time is imperfect, harsh and difficult. But as imperfect as it may be, this moment is the only thing we have, and learning to live it for what it is, to enjoy it, and look for things in it that are beautiful is the only way to enjoy life. When we stop dreaming through life and be in the moment, we are going to realize that we contain already everything we need to be happy. Be grateful for what you have now, because now is the only time to be happy. this video is about to end. In the next episode, we are going to finish this job, and you will finally see what the results are after all this deeply enjoyable work. I wish this video gave you some ideas. If you liked the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. Subscribe, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. Also, if you have any suggestions on how I could improve my videos or even criticism, I would really appreciate to hear them. I wish you all a fantastic day and see you next time.